sometimes, and even though I said at the start of this conversation, I do want to be gentle with people who had suffered in different ways during this. I do genuinely feel bad for people who have been taken down a rabbit hole of dis and misinformation. But does what your study, does this put anything to bed? Like, has this definitive in any way that can stop any of those, Facebook fights, shall we say?
I mean, yeah, I think it's pretty strong evidence that there's no hidden source or hidden cause of large numbers of unexplained deaths out there. Um, I mean, to put it bluntly, there are theories out there that vaccines were responsible for large numbers of deaths. Now, if
Thousands,
you
they
look at
say.
this data, thousands, if you look at the data, to believe that, you would have to believe a series of things. You'd have to believe that these vaccine deaths didn't happen to begin with. They didn't happen during the vaccine rollout. They were sort of mysteriously, for some reason, delayed because death rates were actually very low in 2021 when the vaccine rollout was in full swing.
Yeah.
And then we had a period of excess deaths in 2022 that just happened to coincide with the COVID waves and the reported COVID deaths. So if you to believe these are, that vaccines were responsible for this, you'd have to believe it just happened to coincide with these COVID
Right.
waves. Not only that, you'd have to believe that the vaccine deaths were concentrated in the elderly in exactly the same way that the COVID deaths were concentrated in the elderly, because that's where the excess deaths occurred. And you'd then have to believe that the death rates have magically gone back to normal, because
Right.
death rates now are sort of back below pre-pandemic levels. So, this is not really a credible theory. I think that the data shows quite clearly that excess deaths occurred. They lined up exactly or very closely in terms of the timing and the age distribution with reported COVID deaths, and so it looks pretty clearly that COVID was the cause of the bulk of those excess deaths.